Welcome friends to this series of Learning Google Cloud Platform. In this lecture, we will present you a demo to show how to do network peering in Google Cloud. So are you excited to have this experienced? I'm sure you will be delighted to have this learning. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do it now. This will help you to watch when the new videos will be available. Also, please hit the notification button so that you can get notified too. Friends, in this lecture, we will peer two VPC. Those are into separate projects. We will create VM instances inside each of these newly created VPC. We will create a VPC named Network A in a project, my first project. We will create a subnet SNA in US Central 1 region and will open SSH and ICMP ports. Similarly, we will create network B in another project, host project, and we create a new VPC and subnet SNB in US East 1 in this particular project. Once we will create both of these networks in different projects, we will create a VM named VMA in network A and VMB in network B. We will peer both of these networks and will notice how each VM can ping the other one. So let's get started. Welcome friends. So in this particular lecture, we will create two different VPC into different projects. So this is our Google Cloud Web Console and we are having two different projects created. So we were playing around these particular projects a lot in the previous lectures. Now we have another project, host project created as well. Now, what we will do, we will create our brand new network A in my first project, and as well as we will create network B in host project. And again, we will create a VM instance, VMA, in my first project's network A, and similarly VMB in the other project's newly created VPC. So then we will try to peer both of these networks and we will see whether the VPC are peer and the VMs inside those networks can communicate with each other or not. So are you excited? So let's get started. So in this my first project, let's create a new VPC and let's name it as network A, and we can have a custom subnetwork. Maybe we can say subnet A, and the region we can select US Central 1, and in the IP range we can say 10.0.0.0/24, and we can say SNA, and we can say done, and let's create this VPC. Okay, our network A is created and we can see the subnet is SNA and this is our internal IP address range. So now let's create a firewall rule so that each VM in this particular subnet can be accessed through SSH port and ICMP port from the outside world. Why ICMP? Because we can allow to ping those servers from the outside world, and the pings actually works in ICMP. So we can say allow SSH ICMP net A, and we can use the same tag over here as well, and we can keep that all the IP address in the world can access these through firewall, and we can say TCP 2022 and ICMP both can be accessed through these firewall rules. So we are going to allow these 22 and ICMP through these firewall rules. And now we are going to create one VM inside my first project in these subnetwork SNA. Let's create the instance, and we will name this particular instance as VMA. We will create in US Central 1 because our subnet is in VM Central 1, and we can create a EC2 micro. We can create E2 micro spot VM, our favorite one. We can change our networking. We will keep this network tag as allow SSH ICMP net A, and we're going to change our network to network A. Definitely it is SNA, and let's create this VM instance. Okay, now let's move to this host project and let's create another VPC, and we will name it as network B, and we are going to create a custom subnetwork, and maybe we can say subnet SNB, and we can keep the region as US East 1, and we're going to keep our IP range like 10.0.1.0/24. So we're going to create a different IP range over here. And just note that when we're going to peer two VPCs, the IP range should not be overlapped. So we have kept to separate mutually exclusive IP range. Okay, and let's done. And let's create this VPC network B in host project. Okay, our network B is created. Now let's check the subnet. It's absolutely a different subnet that is created under this VPC. And let's go to these firewalls, and we will create the similar firewall rule, just like the firewall rule we created in other project. So it is again allow SSH ICMP net B, and we are going to use the same as a tag, and we are saying that anyone in the world can use this VM. So 0.0.0/0, and anyone in the world can access this VM through SSH port and ICMP port. So let's create this firewall rule. Okay, our firewall rule is created. So now let's go to this VM instance dashboard, and under this host project, under the network B, in SNB subnetwork, we're going to create another VM, and we will name this VM as VMB. And it is definitely in US East 1 because our subnet is created in US East 1. And again, we are going to create our favorite E2 micro spot VM, and we are going to change our networking. So first we will tag the firewall rule, and we're going to change our network to network B, and obviously it is SMB. And let's create this VMB. Okay, our VMB instance is ready. Now let's jump to the Cloud Shell and let's check the current instance list from the G Cloud Compute instance. So we are on my first project ID. So over there, VMA is created. Also, if we check in host project, uh, we can see our VMB is created. So VMB is created in the host project and VMA is created under my first project. So first, let's connect to these VM instances one by one. So G Cloud Compute SSH VMA in zone US Central 1C. And let's connect to these VM. Yes, we have connected. Now go to the other tab and we can say G Cloud Compute SSH VMB and the zone is US East 1D. And let's connect to these VM in the other tab. And so this is VMB and this is VMA. So what we will do, we will ping first VMA from VMB with the internal IP address. So let's grab the VMA's IP address first. So we are in my first project and in VMA, and this is the IP address of VMA. And let's try to ping. So see, our ping is not working as usual because they are in different VPC and those VPC cannot communicate with each other and they are in different project as well. Now it will be same when we will do the same thing from VMA to VMB. So in that case, we are going to grab the internal IP of VMB and we can try to ping it from VMA. And as usual, the ping is not working. Now, let's go to this GCP Web Console and we can go ahead and check the VPC peering under VPC network. So if we say VPC network peering in the search box, we'll be landed over here. So let's create the connection and we can say continue and we can name the peering as peer. This is from A to B. So peer A to B and we can select our VPC network as network A. This is under my first project and we're going to peer it in different project and we can provide the project ID over here. So let's just grab this project ID from this console and let's paste over here. And what is the name of the network? That is network A. So we can say we can go to these VPC networks and grab these name of these network B, and we can provide the network name over here, and we can say create. So, our network peering is created, but you can see it's in inactive state. Why? Because we have done the peering from one side, but we have not done the peering from the other side as well. So let's go to the other project and we're going to select the VPC network peering over here and create the connection from here B to A. And our VPC network is network B and it's in different projects. So we need to provide the project ID of the other project once again. So this is the project ID and now it is network A. So what you will do is grab the name of this network from here and we're going to provide the network name in this peering form. So once we hit the create, so this peer B to A is being created And let's see. So once this peering is created, you can see this connection became active. And it will be same over here as well. If we go to this network peering, and we can see this connection is active. So both of the networks are right now are peered and in active state. Now let's jump to this Cloud Shell, and we can see automatically the ping gets started to respond. And both of these VMs can now communicate with each other through ICMP port, and our VPC is peered and is tested. Thank you, friends, for watching this video. We from the Learning Light team congratulate you on completing this video. In this lecture, we showed how to do network peering in Google Cloud. Hope you enjoyed the video. Wish you all the best and good luck. Before leaving here, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. We work a lot to present you with such a thing. So please encourage us by putting your comments in the comment section. If you have any doubt, please leave your concerns and we will reply with our best efforts. Have a nice day and see you in the next lecture.